a GIO Australia race cam. Up come the engine revs. Watch this dice to the first corner. Jones creeps a little bit. Brock breaks into wheel spin. That's AJ's day off the line. And Trevor Ashby. Beautiful start there. The privateer and the Lansvale Smash Reverse Commodore. Brocky tries to come back. Ashby attempts to squeeze down the inside there. And John Bow up very smartly too in the Shell FAI Falcon into the right-hander and across to the left-hand side of the road for the next turn.
Well, thanks to that shortened race in Heat 1, Trevor Ashby finds himself amongst the top 3 in the Shell Australian Touring Car Championship. Phillip Island this afternoon. Great start from Trevor. Really trounced him off the second row. He pushes his way up to third as they shuffle through the back of the pack out toward Honda Corner for the first time.
As well, Brocky lost that start. Doesn't do it too often, but that was one where Alan Jones got a superb. Just got it right. Well, feathered the clutch and not too much wheel spin.
Certainly making up for it here. Trevor Ashby coming under fire from first of the Shell FAI cars and the second Peter Jackson car there. Glenn Seaton in there too, so it should be a strong run from these guys. There's the train, Tony Longhurst, and I believe Neil Crompton or Wayne Gardner up there too.
The dry racetrack will certainly be appreciated by all the drivers if it stays dry for the entire race. There's Trevor Ashby as Glenn Seaton gets by him. And Dick Johnson will have to come through from the back of the field. He's been pinged for doing 2 observation laps and changing tyres. Here they come down the inside. Jones says, nah, I won't fall for that one. Yes, that was in the first heat, so the officials, as we understand it, have given Dick a fine and put him to the rear of the field for this one, for 2 observation laps and not 1. Coming in to reel off the first. Alan Jones, our ex-Formula 1 champion, leads Peter Perfect. Onto the front chute here at Phillip Island. John Bow is back in 3rd place, but Jones actually skedaddles away from them under the Dunlop Bridge and down into the right-hander.
They are flying down here past. We're right here, the closest to the track that we get in most circuits. And the thunder from these V8s as they pass us in front of the main straight.
This will be interesting. Glenn Seaton and John Bow. Not too much love lost between these two. And actually, not a lot lost between Glenn and Dick Johnson for that matter. But the fastest speed hump at Phillip Island is on the move through the pack.
Brock looks left, looks right, putting on Alan Jones a lot of pressure. May have been a lock break there. As Jonesy sees the HRT car coming a bit closer.
He's psyching him and he's definitely working him over. He got a better jump out of that corner.
Working him over. Look at the exit speed out of Honda. But Jones come back on the inside, gives him a little nudge to know he's still in business. So Brock leads him up out of Siberia up toward Lukey Heights for the second time. John Bow in 3rd position and Glenn Seaton the second of the Peter Jackson cars in 4th.
You're right, Alan, what you said earlier. When the cars actually come past our broadcast box, which is at pit level here, the whole room shakes with these cars.
Noise is superb.
Brock, Jones, Bow, Seaton.
Tony Longhurst behind this leading quartet has also taken Ashby, so Longhurst moves up to 5th.
John Bow, the lone Dunlop Ranger here in a Bridgestone sandwich. Doing well. 3rd spot there.
And Brock, the lone Holden Ranger against this roaring pack of Fords. 1 Commodore and 4 Falcons bearing down on him.
Yes, the General. 3 Henrys.
260 plus. They are flying. The scenic background is discounting the speed of these cars. Believe me, they are really flying there through that first right-hander. Down into Southern Loop. Pacific Ocean in the background.
Neil Crompton heads into the pit, so he has a problem. And the Wayne Gardner Coca-Cola crew are there. Understeer, as we understand, a problem with that.
Tyres waiting to go on Coke number 7. Frustrating day for Neil. Found himself as high as 2nd place in that first heat.
Once again, they come in to reel 1 more off. We're following the scrap here for 3rd place, John Bow and Glenn Seaton. Peter Brock took command for a while. Jones has stretched it out again as he goes across the line.
Look at the tremendous exit speed that Seaton's come out of the corner. He's right behind Bow. He's actually alongside Bow.
Nailed him.
And he's nailed him. Very good exit onto the main straight that time for Seaton. You can just see it out of the edge of your screen. He's right up behind Bow's car and used all that exit speed and all those extra revs down the straight to take advantage. So he moves up to 3rd position now with Brock, the meat in the Peter Jackson sandwich.
Well, we mentioned before that the Dunlop factory was obliterated in the Kobe earthquake. It has to hurt them sooner or later, and today's the day. This weekend is when it has hurt them. And John Bowe, looking at 3 Bridgestone cars in front of him, knows that the war has been lost today.
Well, full credit to Dunlop too, fighting back in this situation. A global regroup, if you like, moving production to the UK. They're just running, this is the first time they've run the UK-built tyres in competition, and Dunlop has said there's more compounds and more constructions on the way, so they really are fighting back hard and just hanging in there for John Bowe's sake. He was still looking very much like championship material in 95.
He's got a nice lead, and he'll be very wise to get the best finish he can here today without endangering himself.
The Seaton team is absolutely incredible at Phillip Island. They have a perfect win record in V8s here. And you would have thought coming into this meeting the horsepower advantage that Dick Johnson's team seemed to enjoy in the Falcons has been more than neutralised by the Seaton team. AJ leads it, PB is second.
Look at the mid-corner speed of that car. It is phenomenal. It's just what he did to Bowe last time. He scoops them up. He's into the draft behind 05, and he'll pull out again. 260 kilometres an hour as they come down to turn 1, but Brock has him covered. Seaton has to tuck in for turn 1, as they head down toward turn 2 and fight another day. But these cars very evenly matched, as you can see.
And for the benefit of our international viewers, 180 miles an hour, that's not exactly malingering around.
Brock had a bit of a moment there. He got a bit of a wiggle, and Seaton's been able to capitalise. They'll go side by side up toward Honda corner. Brock just a little tap of the brakes as Seaton squeezes him and says, not down there, fella.
He did get squeezed there. That was a little cheeky, but nevertheless, Rocky knew it was coming.
And he had the experience to back off, not try and hold his territory, because he knew there's still a lot of laps to go. Only 5 laps into this contest. So Brock's still very much on the warpath.
About quarter distance, 22 odd laps, if we don't see another red flag here in the second heat. These blokes have got their bit between their teeth now. They'll be settled in nicely. And certainly Glenn Seaton will want to do well. We'd love to see his teammate in front of him. The 2 beautifully prepared Peter Jackson cars on their home turf. Head office in Melbourne. Doesn't hurt.
Yeah, well, as Mike said before, they expected some dominance from these 2 teams. It is their nominated test track, Holden Racing Team and Peter Jackson Racing. They do a lot of work around here, not only with the cars but with Bridgestone tyres and testing, so you'd expect they do very well. And that testing form is certainly showing here today. First, second and third. First, the Dunlop runners, Johnny Bowe in 4th, Wayne Gardner behind him. Good run from Gardner in 5th. Longhurst, Johnson, Perkins, Scape and Ashby.
Alan Jones, car number 35, really honking it through that right-hander and up to the left-hander. Time to check them out where they're running on the racetrack in our Shell race score. Alan Jones, the leader. Teammate Glenn Seaton runs in second. Peter Brock is back to third. John Bowe is fourth. And Wayne Gardner up to fifth. He's having a great day. Hope you're enjoying the action. We'll be back in a moment.